David Seymour was championing his treaty principles bill on the other side of the world today when he appeared at the famous Oxford Union debate on the topic of colonisation. While back home, Te Pati Māori MPs Ngarewa-Packer, Ngarewa-Packer and Hana-Rāwhiti Maipi-Clarke were beginning the harshest punishment in Parliament's history for their haka during the first reading of the bill. Political correspondent Zane Small reports.
They departed the debating chamber with their bags packed, but their pride still intact.
We knew we were in for a heavy day, and we've heard the kōrero, and now we're going to go home and show that we stood our ground.
It got pretty ugly and sad, if I could say that, especially kind of the insults to mofo.
The one in the cowboy hat who hates colonialism, the one that's shouting down there with the scribbles on his face.
There is no winners in this debate. None.
Impassioned speeches at times descended into insults and shouting matches yesterday as MPs finally, after a 2-week delay, debated the proposed 21-day suspension of Te Pati Māori co-leaders Ngarewa-Packer and Ngarewa-Packer, and 1-week suspension of MP Hana-Rāwhiti Maipi-Clarke.
No, if the member heard, stop, order.
The punishments were voted on last night and passed with the government's majority.
It is the worst punishment in the history of the New Zealand Parliament.
It goes back to this moment in November. The 3 Māori Party MPs performed a haka in Parliament during the first reading of the now voted down Act Party Treaty Principles Bill. Labour's Pini Henare also left his seat to join the haka. He appeared before the Privileges Committee and apologised. Te Pati Māori did not.
We all had a one-on-one, face-to-face hui with the Speaker, where I actually accepted my original first consequence and apologised directly to the Speaker himself.
It wasn't part of the Privileges Committee's recommendation. At no stage did they say, hey, Māori Party, apologise and you can come back. None of that was in the recommendation. So we were having things put in, which were red herrings.
We've got to understand that our people put us here to be the unapologetic Māori voice. We don't hang out tino rangatiratanga at home.
On the other side of the world, the architect of the Treaty Principles Bill, David Seymour, today participated in an Oxford Union debate on the topic of colonisation.
The full Speaker is very pleased that the Treaty Principles Bill was not passed in Parliament, but that doesn't make it wrong.
Defiance on both sides of the political aisle, but for now this Māori Party trio will have to debate from the sidelines.
Zane is with us now live. Zane, what impact will the punishment have?
Well, it's important to point out that Parliament is going into a recess period for 2 weeks, so the House won't be sitting. So the 1-week ban won't affect Hana-Rāwhiti Maipi-Clarke as much because she'll be heading back to her electorate just like many MPs are. However, she won't be paid for that week, and neither will her co-leaders for a much longer period of 21 days. That's 3 weeks of no pay, and it means the co-leaders will miss an entire sitting week of Parliament. The 3 of them did look a little bit defeated when they spoke to the media last night, but they also seemed very defiant. Once again, this story has made headlines around the world, and the party president, John Tamahere, has said in a radio interview today that the co-leaders will be embarking on a national tour.
Zane Small there live from Parliament. Tēnā koe.